Hi guys, and welcome to the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast with me, Alex Whiteley. And today I am finally bringing our coverage of Shrewsbury Food Festival. This got pushed back a couple of weeks simply because after the food festival, we got inundated with amazing opportunities to be able to showcase some things that are bit more sort of time sensitive. And once I'd been to the food festival and captured this content, it was immortalized. So I thought I could wait a couple of weeks. But actually, do you know what? I think this is a really good time to reflect on what was actually a brilliant weekend. I was going to do this as a 2-part episode, day 1 and day 2. That's what I normally tend to do. But Sunday, I was recording content that ended up in the bin. And I was focusing on that. So I didn't get as many interviews for the Sunday because I was focusing on that. I didn't use that content in the end. So I could have focused on more interviews, but that's just the way it is. Okay, so we've got a bumper episode for you today. We are speaking to celebrity chefs. We're speaking to brand new business owners. We're speaking to so many wonderful people. You've got lots to look forward to with this episode. And you've also got lots to look forward to with the Shrewsbury Biscuit as well. Loads of really good content coming up. You know, I said we've been inundated with amazing opportunities. They've carried on coming, like since Food Festival, the Shrewsbury Biscuits kind of exploded. Everybody's talking about it. I was, as I'm recording this, I was at Shrewsbury Town, walking around for the open day, saying hello to stall holders as they were setting up and getting ready to interview players and stuff. And the amount of people that knew who I was, and like, I'm a very humble person, right? I don't go walk around with some big biscuit guy ego. I genuinely don't. Got imposter syndrome. Talk about it on the podcast all the time. So when somebody comes up to me and goes, "Oh, I love the Shrewsbury Biscuit," I kind of, "Oh, really?" It's like, it's really nice. So that was really, really nice. We're now on YouTube Music, if that's a place where you like to listen to content. I didn't even realize, I mean, I focus a lot on my family and my job, and then the podcast, right? So there's lots of things that I kind of should have been paying attention to, but I kind of, default mode, I kind of haven't. So I didn't even realize that Google Music stopped, those Google Podcasts, should I say, had stopped, and they moved everything over to YouTube Music. But once I found out, I had to take our entire back catalogue of episodes and upload them onto YouTube. It took a week. I'm not even joking. 540 episodes took a week to upload onto YouTube Music. So some people use Spotify, some people use Apple Podcasts, some people use YouTube Music. That's my default music app. I've got like YouTube Premium, and it comes with the YouTube Music and stuff. So that's what I've always listened to music and content on. So it's available there. You don't have to pay for it. It's just there. It's just your, you know, it's not, you don't have to have YouTube Premium to use it. If you use YouTube Music, it's there. It's free. Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to get on with this episode. Lots of great interviews here to listen to, and I will catch you guys up at the end with some updates of where we're going to be going, what we're going to be doing. And yeah, guys, welcome to the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. This is Shrewsbury Food Festival, one of the best events in the year. Hey guys, welcome to the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. I'm Alex Whiteley, but of course you knew that. It's always me, innit? Right? But today, I'm at one of my favourite events of the year. Really excited. It's Shrewsbury Food Festival. You can hear the ukulele band in the background. Amazing vibes. It's busy already. It's like 11 o'clock, and usually it takes a while to get wound, get going. But there's always already a massive queue outside. I've just sat down now and I've looked at some of the people I want to speak to at this festival. We're focusing mainly on the food this year. I do speak to a lot of musicians at this event. I mean, we may speak to a couple, but I'm going to be hanging around the chef demo stage for a little bit today. People I really want to speak to is Christiana Asiyama from Mikasa. I've interviewed her at Love to Stay before. She's wonderful. I think it's really cool to diversify with food, and I think that's really important. I also really want to speak to Christiaan De Vries from Great British Bake Off. I mean, if there's someone from Great British Bake Off, we're going to speak to them, aren't we? But the vibes are good. I've not come with a plan really. I've literally just sat down now and made my plan of where I'm going to go. So come with me. We'll find some interesting people to speak to, and it's Shrewsbury Food Festival, so we could find anybody. I mean, this place is full of Shrewsbury's greatest people. You know, there's like great chefs, musicians, event organisers, stall holders, entrepreneurs. There's amazing people walking around. I just saw Mandy Thorne as I walked in as well. You know, there's amazing people here. So who knows where we're going to go, you know? So let's do this. Shrewsbury Food Festival. Let's go. I don't know if you remember me. I'm Alex. I'm from the Shrewsbury Biscuit. Yeah, it was Love to Stay. I think I interviewed you, wasn't it? Christiaan from, I think, one of Shropshire's most prominent food trucks, Mukasa. Are brilliant. I mean, you always sell out here, don't you?
Yes, I do. Every time.
It just goes to show that when it comes to food festivals like this, diversity in food, when you have a truck like yours that offers that diversity, people want a taste of that, don't they?
That's right. People want to taste it, and then they're like, oh, we've had the normal food, so when you go to a festival, you want to try something different. And it's always been a good experience. People buying it, coming back to compliment on the food and loving the food. So like I said, it brings diversity and culture and colour. I love colour.
And joy as well. You get a real joy out of this. We just watch your demo now, and you smiling and laughing and enjoying your cooking experience in front of other people. And I think that bonds people to you, doesn't it?
It does, because it's like sometimes when people walk past, they're like, oh, this year I want to try something else. But I've only come to say hello because you're always lovely, bubbly, smiling and all that. So it's the vibe, the atmosphere, the friendship and relationships I've come to form, and it's beautiful.
Well, I've interviewed hundreds of people over the years with the Biscuit, and I always remember our interview because you're so warm and welcoming. It's always great chatting to you. What have you learned over your doing these festivals and these events? Because I do see you about. Do you learn something new from every event that you go to?
Yeah, I learn every time I go to a festival because I look at other people and what they're doing, and then I pick something out of it, something I can add to my, in terms of decorating my gazebo or my trailer. It always gives me ideas
with the current
on what to do. And that's it, because like the feathers, I've always loved the feathers, but the feathers are not good for me because I can't get all my informations on, but then I get ideas from other people how they've set up their store, and it helps.
And those things flap around. You're talking about those the feathers, the big banners that people have that flap around.
Yeah.
We should get some of, you know, those guys that dance in the wind.
That'll be nice.
That should be really great.
That'll be nice.
My wife was in Camden a few weeks ago, and she tried goat curry for the first time. And when we first walked in, she was like, I want goat curry. And she walked in, she's absolutely in love with it now, aren't you?
So you know where I am. You're not going to be disappointed again. So I'll see you at my stall.
Do you see the same faces at these? Do the people come just for your food and at festivals and events and things?
Yes, I get lots of people saying, see you next year. And indeed, they do come. Some of them will send me messages on my socials. Are you going to be there for sure? Because I'm coming because of you. And it's just so lovely to see that people are coming back because of me and other people. But for the fact that they mention my name, that we're coming back because of you, it really warms my heart, and it means I'm doing something good.
And what's the plan for your business then? Is it to stay as a food truck, or do you plan to make your own restaurant one day? What's that?
I will keep doing food festivals because I did have a takeaway years ago, but shut down during COVID, and I'm loving this because there are no overheads, but then I get to go to places, see people, and try other people's food as well, because the traders, we tend to swap food, which is good. I like that vibe.
Have you seen the movie Chef with Jon Favreau, where he goes from like a Michelin star restaurant and he buys a food truck in America and he takes it around and he has this bonding experience with his family, and it's a really nice thing. That movie romanticised the food truck experience, I guess.
I haven't seen that movie,
Definitely
but I will go and have it. Is it on Netflix?
It's probably usually on Netflix. It's just called Chef. It's really, really, really
I
good.
I will.
I was going to say,
anything
because
to give me ideas and to give me. I love food. I love to cook, and I love to tell people what food is all about. Food is about acts. It doesn't matter how it's going to taste. It doesn't matter how it's going to look, but once you get the taste right, that's the most important thing. It might look nice, garnished and everything, but if it doesn't taste right, no.
Yeah. You look good on Instagram, but taste terrible. But your food was amazing. We just had a taste of your food now. You've done a really good job. Lovely to see you again. I hope you have a great weekend.
Thank you so much, and lovely to see you too. Have a lovely weekend. Let's enjoy the sun.
Brilliant.
All right, thank you.
Well, I found an interesting customer of or guest of Shropshire Festival. Well, somebody who's been here for many years, Mr. Chris Burt. But you're here as a customer today.
Yep, first time in 12 years. Just come back from Vietnam, just wouldn't have missed it for the world, and then we're back out.
And I saw you up on Wild Copy, like, yeah, we moved to Vietnam. I was like, okay. On the way in here, I was going, yeah, Chris Burt's moved to Vietnam. And then there's the first, see, Chris Burt.
Yeah, like I said, I wouldn't have missed it for the world. Like I said, this is dear to me. They're family, and, it's important. It's important, because next year we won't be coming. We'll be getting ready to ship everything over there.
And I said, well, I've got to get an interview with you then if you're buggering off to Vietnam. I'm not going to see you again. Well, for a while anyway.
Well, I might dip in and dip out, but not for long. Not for long. The
How
weather's
is Vietnam,
too good.
by the way?
Perfect. We're in central Vietnam, in an ancient city called Hoi An. UNESCO World Heritage, so it can't be developed. And we picked like a lovely, lovely, quiet place.
I bet Shrewsbury feels like a metropolis in comparison to that, right?
No, you probably get as many tourists, but only at night. Oh yeah, yeah. You probably only get you get a lot of tourists during the night, but not so much during the day. So we go out during the day in Vietnam and avoid the night.
Brilliant.
So all good.
What are you thinking of this festival this year? As someone who's coming in as a guest, having a walk around, are you enjoying it?
It's fantastic, really, really good. Brought my son Ethan. This is the first time he's not been working. So yeah, it's really nice and it's lovely, and I'm glad it's been changed up as well, because everything needs to be reinvented.
It seems a bit simpler as well this year. I like that.
Definitely, and I think that's better for the punters, and as a punter today, definitely, I love it.
Brilliant. Well, listen, good luck on your travels, mate. It's always great chatting to you, and thank you for your support as always with the biscuit.
No worries. If you want to come and stay with us, I've got a spare bedroom.
Hey, we're good to Vietnam. I'm Alex. I'm from the Shrewsbury Biscuit. I think we may have met before. You seem familiar. I don't know, but Stuart Collins from Docket in Whitchurch, really, really well-known restaurant.
Yep.
And you've just told that it's done a great demo, by the way.
Thank you.
The smells are amazing. You got shone by a dragonfly for a little bit.
Yes.
How was that for you? Did you enjoy
Amazing.
it?
Shrewsbury's always great. It's brilliant. Brilliant festival. The weather's generally great, and it's really well supported. And it's lovely to be in Shropshire, talking about you're having a restaurant in Shropshire, using Shropshire produce, and it's just brilliant.
I think what I really enjoyed about what you were talking about is when you talk about ingredients from your work in the Middle East and in Europe, like bringing ingredients from places and realising actually the best thing to do is just to grow our own ingredients locally, because that's really important. Because what that does is it shows that your experience with travel and how you've kind of merged that into your business and what's passionate for you.
Yeah, I think for me that's the thing. Fresh ingredients, vegetables, meat, fish, of course. The most we can get from the UK is absolutely the best. But that doesn't mean, for me, I wouldn't not use soy sauce, for example. But I think the two of them coming together, and I think for me this is the beauty of modern British cuisine. You can use the best of both. And so you can take the freshest courgettes and you can use some international sort of seasonings or aromatics or whatever, and just elevate them together, and together they're absolutely brilliant.
How much success have you had taking food from other countries and maybe growing them? I mean, I remember my wife's from Colombia. I remember going for the markets in Bogota, and they have avocados the size of your head. You know what I mean? So trying to take that and grow it into our soil and trying to incorporate that into our climate. How's that work for you?
I mean, we're like year 3 on growing our own stuff, so it's a definite work in progress. But we've got a few things literally in the ground that we will see. But I won't talk about them just in case they don't work.
And how's Docket going? You just talking about after COVID, the lockdown, you kind of really busy. Yeah. Is it continued in that trend?
We are, yeah. Continues to be nice and busy. Fantastic team. 8 years now we've been there, and I think the whole sector at the minute, there's a slight decline, but
That's affecting everyone, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like the food trucks, right up to the finest of dining.
But I think it's luxuries as a whole. We could get off tangent here, but we're good. You know, we introduced our 5-course menu, which is available Wednesday and Thursday evenings and Saturday lunch, partly for time because some people wanted to be back home. You know, it's a school night; they didn't want to be out super late. You know, maybe it sort of helps with budgets for others. But ultimately, we offer an amazing menu. It's the same ethos, the same love, care, and attention into everything we do, and it's opened a different door, and that's proved really popular.
One of the things I love about Shrewsbury is the collaboration between both restaurateurs, business owners. I mean, Beth Heath is, of course, one of the greatest advocates in Shropshire for businesses. What's Whitchurch like as a place for like collaboration with businesses? Is there other restaurateurs that you get on with? Do you guys talk to each other? What's it like there? What's the scene?
You know, I think Whitchurch it's developed. You know, it's a smaller community, of course, compared to somewhere like Shrewsbury, and there is partnership between them. There is synergy. I think, you know, in the time we've been there, that's definitely evolved, and there's a realisation that sort of power in numbers, strength in numbers is a great thing. This year, of course, Beth has sort of reinvigorated the Whitchurch Food Festival, and that was a great footfall for the first year. Bigger and better next year.
Yeah, because you've got to celebrate what's around you, haven't you? This is, I mean, that's a metaphor for what you stand for as well. You know, everything that you're doing. So this is a great opportunity to show that off.
No, it's been brilliant. What a day, and looking forward to coming back tomorrow for more.
Brilliant. I'd love to invite you on the Shrewsbury Biscuit properly. I mean, I'd love to come and sit for an hour. We had Rob on the show a while. I mean, I can't get him off the show. Do you know what I mean? I love him. I didn't recognise him. He walked past. I was like, hey, who's that? So I'd love to come round and we'll have a good hour.
Do it.
Yeah.
Come and we'll come and get dinner or lunch or whatever.
Brilliant.
And then we can talk about it.
Brilliant. Nice to meet you.
Don't bring Rob.
No, don't bring Rob. Well, cheers. Thank you.
No, good idea.
Right, so I'm Alex. I'm from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. Federica,
Nice to
I just watched your display about tea.
Yeah, I did.
How was that for you? Was it good?
It was good. It was a little bit a rush because I generally do the tea tasting 2 hours.
Yeah.
It was a taste of the tasting, but it was very nice. Lots of people. I liked the interaction, especially. I loved the people that they were great.
Great atmosphere. It's a really nice, breezy, warm day.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved Steve Austin. He's amazing. So I love being hosted by Steve. I really enjoyed it. Thank you very much for asking.
Brilliant. And talk a bit about your background then with tea. I mean, where does that come from for you?
It comes from a passion, actually.
Yeah.
I carry this passion with me since I was a child. Because I am Italian, but I think I'm a very peculiar one because I don't drink coffee. 99% in there they drink coffee. I don't. I started trying tea. And then I had the opportunity, because I'm from Rome, to try some peculiar tea from the world in a shop there, which was selling not only tea, but food from the world. And it was 40 years ago, and it was a pioneer. Then I started reading a lot about teas, and then traveling, and then I met my husband, and we shared the same passion. We started traveling in Asia and see and visit plantation before the kids. I divide my life before and after.
Oh, we all do that, don't we? Life before kids and after kids.
I started again a few years ago to travel again. I'm going to Korea next year to see plantation in there.
So how do people's relationship with the drink of tea differ from country to country? Because obviously, people in the UK, they're like, oh yeah, great British cup of tea, but it's not really, is it?
It is and it isn't. It's still a tradition.
Yes.
I mean, you have a tradition in here that we don't have, people in Italy don't have actually. So a tradition is a tradition. It doesn't matter how do you drink tea. The only thing matters is that you drink good quality of tea, because tea has lots of benefit. And actually I started my business when I moved in here, because I used to do something different. I worked in a fashion company for 20 years, and I wanted something different. But I studied in Italy like a tea sommelier, and I studied in here in London with the UK Tea Academy. So
UK Tea Academy.
UK Tea Academy.
That's amazing. I've never heard of that. That's brilliant.
You know what? My the first book I read about tea was Jane Pettigrew.
Not used to a sharp knife.
And it was my pleasure to study with her at the UK Theatre Academy.
Wow, nice.
20 years after reading her book.
Nice.
So yes, it's like
I can see the passion in you. I love
It's
that.
actually something that's following me. I'm not following it. It's the tea following me.
That's wonderful.
I couldn't do something different. That's what I am capable to do now. That's it.
I forgot the fellow's name. I interviewed a guy a few years ago from Convergence Teas in America, and he talks about alternative healing, meditation, and then there's a lot of background behind tea and meditation, isn't there?
Correct. Also, if you have a look at my website, you can see the concept. I actually started my Truly Tea, not selling tea, but doing classes, teaching people how to brew, how to recognize, teaching tea room owner how to buy different types, how to choose the teas. And afterwards, because I couldn't find what I like, I started importing and selling tea, because I couldn't find a proper shop
If you can't find it, you're going to do it yourself, yeah.
But actually, the concept of my business and my concept of tea is tea like a form of art and beauty. And definitely, it's a form of meditation. It's scientifically proved that when you brew a cup of tea, your heartbeat slows down.
Is that in anticipation of a relaxing drink?
Exactly, because you have to choose your tea, you have to weight the perfect the grams you need, you have to brew and wait for the brewing, you have to boil your water, so you have to wait, and you have to do something which is like a ritual. It's not just like a drink.
Yeah.
So everything you do like a ritual, it's meditation.
I'm finding this conversation absolutely spectacular. Are you local? Are you guys at the local shop somewhere?
I don't have a shop.
No?
I have a website. People can buy from my website. I do events like that, like food festivals. I do markets. I do the market in Shrewsbury Farmers Market. I do local to Ludlow regularly, but mostly big events. I do tea tasting.
Would you come on my podcast so we can sit for an hour and have a cup, drink tea and talk about it?
No, I would like that.
Yeah, I love that. I'll give you my details after this, because this has blown my mind. I was chatting to Liam Tinsley, we were just behind you there. We were talking about food, and I was like, this is so unique that I need to get a mic in front of you. So thank you. Thank you for chatting to me today.
Oh, thank you for actually asking me. That's an honor.
Brilliant, thank you.
Thank you very much. If we can spread the culture of tea, I'm very happy. Very happy.
Brilliant, thank you.
Thank you.
So, I found my good friend Rob Gibson. How are you?
I'm very well, mate. Nice to see you.
Yeah, you've been running. I didn't recognise you when I first saw you.
Yeah,
I was like, oh my god, who's that? I was like, is that Rob?
It's half of me anyway. I've shed a few pounds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just off the drink, finally.
Oh, really? That's cool. That's cool. A few life changes. And how's chefing going for you? What you
good.
been up to?
I mean, I've got some interesting stuff happening, really. I mean, I've been to-ing and fro-ing a lot. I've sort of slowly breaking down Roots and Wings as a company, because I fancy a bit of a change.
Oh, right. That's interesting.
Yeah, so now I've just got back from a contract in Scotland for a private Chicago lawyer out there, and then I head down to Falmouth in a couple of days for a 3-month contract, opening a new hotel for a chap I've worked with in the past. He's a reputable chef down there. But yeah, so it's taken me all over the world, all over the country.
It's so turbulent, isn't it, your life, because you don't know where you're going to be one moment. Like.
Well, that's it, exactly. I'm sort of, after I started working for myself, I hate being tied down now, so I don't like committing too much. So it's nice to be free.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll step over there a sec. Tat Effby is about to go on stage at the chef demo, which we've been spending a lot of our time there. So we're moving away from that, and we'll get Tat in a bit because she's awesome. So what role have you got today at the food festival?
So basically, in the absence of Chris Burt, I'm trying to fill his boots.
He is walking around looking smug, isn't he?
He's walking around looking very smug, but in his absence, I'm just trying my best to sort of make sure everyone's got what they need behind the stages of the chef demo stage and the taste and cook stage. So
a lot of dependent on you today then.
Yeah, I could have done.
Responsibility.
I could have done without it right before a big move down to Cornwall, but never mind. You agree to these things, and it's a nice hot day. There's certainly worse things that could be happening.
I think this is the busiest I've ever seen the festival.
I would agree. It's absolutely swarming, isn't it?
I'm so happy for Beth and the team because they deserve an event like this after the turbulence they've had over the last few years, the train strikes, COVID, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, and when you see how much goes into these events, all the behind the scenes, even from setting up, they'd already done a few days setup before I arrived yesterday, and the amount of work, the amount of effort that goes into everything and all these details, so it's nice to see it well attended.
Yeah, and the least you can do, Rob, is grab me a few spoons.
That's it, matey. That's it. Yeah. Well, I'm at a food festival and I haven't eaten anything yet, which is absolutely barbaric. So,
what's caught your eye? What are these food trucks? Because I know there are some reputable food trucks here. I mean, we went to Signor Tigre earlier. They do great burritos there.
Oh, nice. I haven't seen them yet.
Yeah.
I always try and make my way to. I can never pronounce it, but the Caribbean. Mukasa. I always try and make my way there because I absolutely love her food.
Christiana, I interviewed her earlier. She's so full of life. She really is.
My nephew reckons it's the best jerk chicken he's ever had. So, and that's high praise coming from him. He's a bit of a foodie. So, so I'll try and get my way over to her later if I get a chance. You know what it's like. Busy.
Do you find a lot of networking opportunities at places like this?
It's the main reason I do it, mate. It's how we met. So.
It is. That's right.
Always take the opportunities when you can because you never know who you're going to bump into, who you're going to meet, and networking's so important in this trade. So, try and show my support where I can and. Vice versa for everyone else,
Well, you're a sexy hunkered beef.
Thank you very much.
Looking really well. I really do wish you the best with your future endeavours. And we still need to get together for this round the fire.
We need to do
chat with you, Liam.
The 24-hour. We'll rent in some leather chairs, some cigars, bit of good whiskey.
Yes.
Oh, it'd be awesome.
Yes, get some good. We'll get Adam as well. Bring some beat.
Well, I'm back in Shropshire in October, which is probably a good sort of time to start looking at it. Autumn rolling in. Adam can supply the fire. I'll supply the food. And
there's a place in Church Stretton I went to. I took to my lad. It's a camping and fishing place, and we went for a night. And I spoke to the guy there, and I was like, "This is perfect for a thing I want to do a podcast." He's like, "Yeah, come along. You set a fire.
Do some fishing as well." I know Ad's into fishing. I've fished once in my life, but be good fun. Yeah, I'll be looking forward to that.
Future's looking bright, my friend. Nice to see you.
Yeah, it is. Nice to see you, mate.
Cheers, man.
Take care, mate.
So I've got Anna and Tat who they've both been doing on the demos on the chef demo stage, and Liam Tinsley just interrupts my. Hi.
Liam's always in that.
He's always in he just pops up out of nowhere. Right, so Anna, Tat, you've both been on the chef stage, chef demo stage. Anna, how was yours? Good.
It was really good. It was full. There was lots of samples, which I think helps people stick around to the end. But it was really good. Lots of questions. It's a hot day. It's sunny, so I think people are in quite a chill, relaxed, summery mood. And I think you can feel that when you're on stage as well.
I think Shrewsbury Food Festival is always a prime event anyway, but it's really busy this year, I think.
Yeah.
It's super, really good.
It does feel slightly actually busier than. I don't know if it is because the weather's so good, or because it's been going for so long now. It's kind of established itself as an event for the town, and people are coming from further afield. But this year does seem to have, and it always does. But I'm really feeling a good vibe this year.
Did you get your food to be able to behave when you did your demo?
I did. Yes, I didn't bake. Baking is science, and I failed science. So I went for actual cooking instead of baking. So. With cooking, if it misbehaves, you can just style it out really, really easily. You don't have that luxury when it comes to baking.
Tat?
Yeah, okay, leading on to me. Well, one of my caramels behaved, didn't it?
But the other one didn't. Oh, that's fun though. You handle it so well.
I tell you what, the good thing about it was that it didn't go wrong in the way that it would normally go wrong, which is, go horrible and white and crusty and blah, blah, blah. It just was so slow. But then, it's a different hob, isn't it? You don't know what you're cooking on.
You're brave doing a caramel on an induction hob.
No, you say brave, I say stupid.
That seems not so natural to you, though, just to be able to, have fun with it, you know?
Well, I think once you get past a certain point of thinking, oh, goodness me, there's loads of people looking at me. And then when you get past that, because, like Anna, you know what you're doing. And when you know what you're doing, you're just happy to talk to people about it, aren't you? Yeah, so...
I guess in the pressures of, with cooking as opposed to baking, baking is high octane as well, but in a busy kitchen where there's tempers flared and there's, we've got to be service. You've got to be a cool head, right?
Yeah, you do. I haven't worked in kitchens for a long time, and I don't miss that.
Yeah.
I think some people thrive upon that drama and that adrenaline, but it does sometimes become unbearable. I think when chefs like Stuart being on stage talking about the kitchens that they work in, even if they're calm, kitchens aren't like what they were, they're a lot calmer, that kind of rage in there doesn't happen that much. It's still such a hot environment, and I think I do all right in that environment, but I wouldn't say I enjoy it. So that's why things like this are quite nice, and doing the work that me and Tat do, where we do recipe development work and we do content creation and stuff like that. It's a much sorry, just a little voice over there.
Yes,
yeah. Trying to do an interview.
It's our time to shine.
Excuse me.
Can you keep it down?
It's a much more relaxed environment.
Yeah.
So I feel like you can enjoy it more. You can take the time and enjoy it a lot more.
And like what you were saying, Tat, when you're doing your social media stuff, you can stop the video, have a little bit of an edit, and then go back.
Yes, it's a lot easier than a live demo. No one can see you go wrong, and you can pretend that you know what you're doing.
But what you did make was really, really good, actually. I really enjoyed it.
I'm glad that it went as well as it did.
They could have both gone wrong, couldn't they?
They could have both gone horribly wrong. There was a moment where I thought, oh look, I think the dry caramel's burning, but we styled it out. There's a certain amount of styling out. Yeah.
So is this you now, Tat? Is this you are now the Caketoonist? This is what you're going to be?
This is basically me. It does take up most of my time, so this is me. Yeah.
I like that you found this. I love that, because I've seen you with so many...
It's funny how you kind of bounce around and eventually find what you should be doing. It takes a while.
It does take a while for it to settle in. I want to do this for a living now.
Yeah.
This is what I want to do. This is what I was born to do.
Exactly.
I make yogurt for a living now.
I eat yogurt almost.
So I want to do this. This is what I'm born to do, So anyway, you guys are great. I want to speak to you more in more depth. I think I'd love to invite you on the podcast.
Yeah, that would be amazing. I love talking as much as I love cooking.
I always unluckily just miss you at the food festival. I was where's Anna going? She's gone.
I always, because I have that one. I normally have the 1 o'clock slot. It's always busy, which is great because it's a prime time. But it's kind of a lot of people that come early do the early demos and then do their shopping. Or if they come later, they go shopping first and then go and watch demos later. So even though it's a prime time, it's a bit of a weird time, especially if you're trying to do loads of other stuff. So we do seem to always miss each other.
Well, you're welcome on the biscuit anytime.
I'd absolutely love that.
Thank you for chatting to me, guys.
Lovely to see you again.
Enjoy the festival.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Right, so when it comes to any sort of media involved with food, baking, cooking, I think at the top of the ladder right now is Great British Bake Off. And at the moment I've got a star, Christiaan De Vries, Christiaan De Vries, and in fact, you're a star on the show. I can't believe that we got you here. You're an A-lister.
Well, I don't know. Am I an A-lister?
Yeah, it's a massive show. I mean, everyone around the world enjoys that show. What was it like to be a part of something that big?
It's really bizarre. You don't realise how big it is until after it comes out to the public, because you start filming it and you're not allowed to tell anyone until you're announced as the bakers. So up until that moment, you don't actually realise that it's all been filmed and that it will go out to the whole world. So it's only now that I obviously it came out in the UK and the US at the same time, and then you're like, oh wow, that's already massive. But now I keep getting messages being like, oh, it's now being shown in South Africa, it's on in the Netherlands as well, it's on in Australia and New Zealand, and it's like, like so many people that see you on telly. It's crazy.
You must get recognised everywhere, though.
It is really weird. I mean, the biggest kind of like moment was obviously when it was on here in the UK. That like I'm based in London, and I was at the train station, and at some point like one person recognised me, and in like seconds there were 20 people around me asking for selfies and whatever. And like, yeah, that was like one of the most bizarre moments in my life, I think.
And that show is so big now. I feel like it's not necessarily winning it. That's the prize. It's just been a big part of that show. I think. I mean, have things that opened up for you afterwards?
Absolutely. I mean, obviously it's very much like a British legacy, I think, you know, so to be part of that is like a really big honour. And I mean, thousands of people apply every year, so to even make it into the tent is just amazing. And I think that having been on the show, like, yeah, your life just kind of like turns around like upside down basically, because I'm doing events like these, like, you know, the food festivals, you know, collaborating with different brands and stuff. But also the fact that I was was picked up in the Netherlands, my home country, like, you know, my motherland. Like, it was picked up massively there as well, and it's opened up so many doors where, you know, I do a lot of live baking segments on telly there, and podcasts and stuff like that. And the people that you get to interact with all of a sudden, it's like on an all other level. It's like a dream.
I think the difference between what everybody else goes, I mean, like, you're passionate about what you do, so you can feel that, you can see that. I saw that in your demo. So to be able to, I mean, there mustn't be that much pressure when it comes to like doing the thing that you love the most. You know what I mean?
I mean, I am very much a perfectionist, so there is still a lot of pressure there.
We did hear about your pavlova in the car.
It's not, yeah, like, you know, I took like a prepared pavlova and I had to make an emergency brake, and it just flew through the car, and I was like, ah. But I mean, in the end it was fine. But I mean, that's one of the biggest takeaways from the whole bake-off experience as well. Like, I'm a massive perfectionist. My background is in fashion design, which is a very high-pressure environment. So I always felt that whatever I did, like, if somebody dislikes it, in my eyes, it was like, oh, it's not good then. It's not a good design. It's not a good whatever. When I started on Bake Off, I was like, well, if Fallen Through didn't like it, I was like, oh, and it's not a good cake. But now I've learned, obviously there is, like, you can say whether something is, like, burnt or not, but a lot of it comes down to taste as well. And towards the end, like, towards the final, I was like, yeah, I care what they say. Their feedback is very valuable. But when they say we don't like it doesn't mean that it's a bad bake necessarily. Like, some of the things that they didn't like were favourites at home, and, you know, my family were like, like, they just wanted more and more, and they were like, oh, this is not it for us. I'm like, yeah, okay, that's fine, like, you know. So it's given me a lot of self-confidence as well, I think.
Yeah, confidence is a big thing, and, you know, when you're under that much pressure during such a high intense show, I feel like an idiot now saying, oh, there's no pressure. Of course there was. Lots
of it.
Did you feel that for a bit afterwards? Was there a bit of like shell shock where you're kind of like, oh my god, what did I just been through? Like,
it's I always say that, like, people ask, are you still in touch with the other bakers and stuff? And I'm like, well, yeah, it's trauma bonding. Like, you know, you literally like get together. It's such a short time, and you go through a lot. And I know that, like, people, when I watched the show before I went on it, people cry over cake, and I'm like, are you joking? Are you all right? Like, you know, don't be ridiculous. But it's so much, because you need to understand that there's 10 cameras on you, like, every moment of every challenge. There's like so many people walking around that you don't see on telly. The judges, the presenters, so many other crew people. So there is a lot of people watching you all the time, and that is a lot of pressure. So you would sometimes, just cry about ridiculous things, or come out the tent and be like, wow, we just did that, like, you know.
I think we've all been through that situation where the room's wobbled a little bit and you're kind of like, what did I just do for the last 10 minutes? Because you're so focused. Yeah,
absolutely.
Oh, it's amazing. And there's lots of like TV shows that have come after it. And my wife has asked me to ask you, do you like, is it cake or real? Is it real or is it cake?
Oh, right.
Cake or is it real?
Have
you seen that before?
I have seen it, and I think the things they do are amazing. Obviously, our first showstopper challenge at our season was to make an illusion cake, which is a little bit in that same kind of area. And it was fun, but I wouldn't necessarily choose to do that again, let alone doing that for a show. Like, I would not.
The work they go through to make those trainers or whatever look Perfect.
Insane, isn't it?
What did you think? What are you thinking of Shrewsbury Food Festival? Are you enjoying it?
It's absolutely amazing, and I think I've done quite a few food festivals this summer already, and I think this one is my favourite by far. And I don't just say that because I'm sitting here. I really, really think that the whole atmosphere. I mean, well, they do say that anyway. Like, you know, if you go north from London, everyone is just nicer, and I think that's very true. Like,
I'm over the years doing this, I spoke to so many people that have gone from the Shire down to London, and they're like, hello to people, and it doesn't go well.
No, people just don't. I'm from a small town myself in the north of the Netherlands, and I'm very used to people being friendly, people having a little chat, like, you know. And yeah, I still struggle that when I walk on the street in London and I see my next door neighbour whose plants I've been watering all summer because they were on holiday, they just ignore you. And I'm like, what? Like, come on, like,
have a conversation with me.
Isn't it? Yeah, I think it's bizarre. And I think it's just lovely walking around here and people just strike up a conversation or a little chat about nothing and you know, not even about Bake Off or anything. It's just being friendly, and that's so nice.
How do you deal with the repetitive nature of that conversation with Bake Off? Because I know I've just been like, but like it must become samey for you, you know? It's nice to be recognised for it though, I guess.
I mean, I think you kind of like always have a certain answer ready, I think, you know. In the beginning, you're very much looking for what words you want to use and everything, but there is always like a sort, and it sounds a bit bad maybe, but you have a sort of standard script in your head that, you know, you will say to people, and it's not like it's not genuine, therefore. It's more because you do get a lot of the same questions. But I do kind of love it when people come up to me and ask me something super random that makes me think and be like, wait, what? Like, that's not a question I've had
What's
before.
the favourite nut to use in a cake? Exactly, I get it.
So I do love that. But and also, I mean, when you go on a show like Bake Off, you know that you're going to be recognised afterwards. And if you don't want that, then don't go on it.
Don't go on it.
Because I love connecting with the people, and I think
you're such a natural with it. I watched you with a demo. You were so good with people.
Oh, thank you.
Really, really good.
I really enjoy it as well. I mean, I enjoy public speaking anyway. Like I've always done that, like, you know, as like part of my job and stuff as well, doing presentations, and I love it. So to now be able to do that about something that I'm super passionate about, like the baking, it's just a lot of fun.
It's really nice. So what are you up to later? Have you got anything in the pipeline, or are you working on anything? Or
there's just lots of things happening, and they keep happening, and I don't really know what I'm doing from one day to the next, really. So many things pop up, but I am doing a lot of kind of like the TV bits in the Netherlands will keep going. I would love it if at some point I would be able to do a bit more in the UK as well. That would be the dream. I'm talking to people about books and stuff, but I mean, nothing is like, you know, confirmed there. I'm doing a bit of ghostwriting for recipes for magazines and stuff as well, which is really fun, because you really get to focus on the recipe and the thing that you create rather than filming every step of what you're doing.
Yeah.
And it just brings back a lot of kind of like, you know, just go for it. Like, you don't have to think about it.
Is fashion still a desire of yours? Do you still, or is the baking completely taken off now? Like?
Well, it's more, I don't have time for it anymore. I do miss it sometimes because I love the technical side of fashion, like the measurements and how to make details work and whatever. And I do kind of miss that. I can put a lot of the creativity into baking and into cakes and everything, but I do sometimes still do the odd fashion job here and there, like freelance, which is really fun, and I would not want to give that up.
Well, listen, I think you're fantastic. I've met you for the first time today, and I think you were brilliant up there. So thank you so much for sitting around and waiting to speak to me and doing a good job on Shrewsbury. I think it's really good. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. It's so nice to meet you.
Where can people find you on social media if they don't already follow you, which is insane, by the way?
Oh, that is insane, guys. No, it's at Christiaan, it's Christian with double A, .de.vries, Christiaan De Vries, on Instagram and TikTok.
Oh, as I said at the beginning.
Exactly that one.
Thanks for chatting to me, Christiaan.
Oh, nice to meet you.
So you can't come to a food festival where there's Adam Purnell, not speak to him. I mean, come on. How are you?
How you doing? I'm good. You?
How's that demo for you? You enjoy the demo?
Yeah, it's all good. I mean, I winged it completely because I've just been so busy. And then I told myself that, like, because the market hall's so good and it's there, I'm just going to go and get some stuff for the market hall and cook it. And so that's what I did, and it went fine. It was good.
I think fun. Your style of food is just that, though. It's just that simple, isn't it? Like, I mean, but the thing is, we all think we're all barbecue aficionados until we do it. You know, you got a skill. You know.
Well, I mean, if you do something that you're obsessed with for so long, you become good at it, don't you?
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
It's working so well for you. How's Embers going? I mean, I know we had a chat earlier, but on the mic, how's that gone as a journey for you so far?
Probably the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, to be fair. It's been really tough. Like, we have, I guess, opened in like the hardest time for hospitality in maybe 20 years. And so we've got through it by the skin of our teeth, if I'm being completely honest with you, you know. And we're busy, so I don't know how people are doing it. Like, a lot of people are managing. Like, even, you know, you have these great, what we think are great weeks, and then you pay all the wages and stuff, and you know, there's not a lot left, and it's tough. But
it must be a real head scratcher for you.
It can be, but like, I do thrive off the fact that everyone seems to be loving it, you know, which is great.
You love what you're doing there. You love the cooking there,
Sure.
and you can see that that's your real passion, right?
Yeah.
So to be able to be doing that for a living, it must be great. But I know you were saying earlier, you kind of taking a step back away from the kitchen. You let it run itself a little bit. Do you miss that? Do you miss being in the kitchen?
I never was in the kitchen, so no. I've never been a chef. I've never been trained as a chef. I've done all this. Is kind of, like I said in there, Forrest Gumped it a little bit, really. I've just been taking photos of my dinner, home cook, and you know, I've never actually been professionally trained. I never worked as in a kitchen, so no, I don't miss it really. But what I do love is that we can put out my food to the standard that my team are doing. Is like, you know, it's just amazing. Like, you know, when we opened it, I was really just going to do sandwiches and it's just really easy stuff. But because we've got such talent in the team, I can do basically anything. Well, not anything, but you know, what we're doing now is a lot more than what we were when we opened. So it's great. But you know, I'm super busy. I've been on the road. I've been all over, you know, the last few months with lots of other projects that are going on. And I'd hate to be tied to one place. So I never really wanted it to be that.
That's what I've always loved about you, is your work ethic, because like, even way back when during the pandemic, when we were doing all the stuff, you suck the podcast, all the stuff, always been busy. Let's make a cool video over here whilst I'm making some rum, whilst I'm going here and working on these sauces, whilst I'm going to this food festival, whilst I'm doing it. Like, I love that work ethic you've got, man.
Yeah.
Do you burn yourself out?
Occasionally feel a bit burnt out sometimes, but like, you just go and have a break. I go fishing, do you know what I mean?
You find ways just to
go fishing or something. I am quite good at like fitting in stuff for me as well and the family, you know, and like, even, you know, some of the work I take on, I look at it, I'm like, well, there's 90% of that is going to be fun, and then, you know, there's a bit of work, but like, you know, so I kind of mix work and pleasure quite a lot, and so it doesn't feel too bad. You know, it would be nice maybe to just have a week to like sort my garage out and that, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, have a day off.
Do something like normal in the house.
I feel you there. Yeah. I mean, I do a 4 on 4 off job, so like when I'm on my 4 off, I'm doing all this, and then my 4 on, I'm in work, so it's kind of like, I have to like schedule in a rest day. I'll show you my schedule. I have a blue day on my calendar. Right. That's my rest day. No one's messing with that.
Oh, right. Fair play. I wish I could do that.
you need to try. Have you bought the cow today? And how's that gone today? Have you enjoyed? Has it been difficult to do that?
No, not really. I mean, it's more of the logistics than anything. And like, obviously, the weather has a big impact. It's well ahead because it's so warm today. So that could be a problem, because it's like, if it's all cooked like by 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm serving it at 12, I've got an issue on my hands. But like, I think there's ways we can slow it down. It'll also stall in a little bit as well, so you know, it's all good. It always makes me nervous cooking something like that. It's 200 kilos of meat over an open fire, you know, it's a big ask.
And to explain to the listeners, Adam's brought a huge rack. It's cooking a cow that's cut in 6 pieces, right? Just barbecued it slowly.
Yeah,
that's what we're talking about. Because out of context, that just sounds weird.
Yeah,
how's the cow?
Yeah. The whole cow is going well, I think. Although I've left my team with it for like the last hour and a half. So.
I was just there not long ago. They were working hard on it.
It looked good, yeah.
Yeah, it looked good.
Good, yeah. Happy days, man. I think it'll be great.
You're a legend. Thanks for always stopping and speaking to me. Genuinely,
always,
like,
man.
you've always got time for me, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, always.
Brilliant. Nice one. Have a good festival.
Cheers, Alex.
Cheers. Right, so I'm Alex. I'm from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Tom from the Shropshire Scratching Company.
I'm not seeing a lot of stock left in your stall today.
No, we've had a really good day today. We've pretty much completely sold out.
I was drawn to you guys because I've seen you guys on Instagram.
Yeah.
You guys, how old is the company?
So we've been trading properly now for about 6 weeks, 2 months. So not long.
Brand new, and people are swarming your stall. How good is that?
Yeah, it's been a long day. It's been very, very busy today. But yeah, it's been amazing. Honestly, the turnout on it is crazy.
Where does this all come from then? Where does this all start for you guys?
So this started as a conversation in Cromwell's with my dad. So me and my dad were having a conversation. It's just over there in Cromwell's. And we were just talking about a gap in the scratchings market for a premium product that's flavoured, and it filmed from there, November last year.
And is it like snowball? Is it growing from one thing to another?
Massively. We started off and we were then, because with scratchings you can get scratchings or you can get crackling. There's a store down there that does crackling, but they're two completely different products. So crackling's a bit more like pork crunch. So we were trying them for about 3 months, the differences between, and then we ended up with going for proper scratchings. And then it just snowballed from there. Flavours, bag types, all of the, even just the bag itself, the film we wanted to use, that took about 2 months to.
So a lot of care and considerations gone into not just the product, but how you serve it and how you offer it as well. The branding's really good. I feel like you guys are onto a running start.
Yeah. Well, everything's done in-house, so the branding's done by myself. I'm the graphic designer of the team. And then all of the sort of business side of things is handled by my dad.
All right, Dad. How's it going? He's over there, he's watching. When it comes to food, I mean, Shropshire's a proud place, right?
Yeah.
How do you source your pork? Obviously, with scratching.
So our pork is sourced just outside of Shropshire, and we bring it in, and then.
Yeah. So sorry, I'm joking.
Just outside of Shropshire, and then everything's all manufactured up in Telford.
Oh, brilliant! So you're keeping it all in-house.
Yeah. That's what we wanted to focus on. We wanted to focus on locality. We wanted something in Shropshire that people can call a Shropshire product, and that's what we've ended up with. Because scratching, you think Black Country, and we have got Black Country heritage. My dad himself's from Black Country, but we moved over here about 12 years ago now, and we found, people love scratchings over here, but they want a local product, and there's nothing there.
When it comes to locally sourced food in Shropshire, Beth Heath and the guys from Shropshire Festival, absolute champions of that. So to be here today, I imagine it's a huge calling card for you. This is your business model.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got a lot of sort of friends at the market. So Embers just over there. Adam,
big shout out to Adam. I just interviewed him. You're after him.
Yeah. Adam, big friend of ours, and then Morgan's Butcher's just down there. Big friends of theirs as well. And then we're just branching out at the minute. So we've got our salesman here, Percy, and we're in a few local pubs in the area, and as many butchers as we can get our hands on, really.
Okay, so what I want to do is I want to get all you guys around the table, mics, pints, good hour chatting about what you guys do. I'm getting some heavy nods in the background.
Yeah, that's it.
I think that's so much better. I'm so glad to see your product flying off your store right now.
Yeah.
For such a young fledgling company like this.
Yeah.
Success story, right? That's got
honestly, we expect it to do well, but never as well as it's got.
Yeah, I mean, today has just proved that people want it.
It's flown
by. Good product, people like it. It's been really, really good.
Nick's beaming smiles. I love this, guys. I really do. What I'll do is, I follow you guys on Instagram. I'm sure I do. I saw one of your posts, and you were like, "Oh, we've made it. We've got the company." I was like, "This is the kind of stuff I need to swallow. This is the kind of stuff I need to get on the biscuit because that is what this county is all about."
Yes. Yeah. So we've got, we've got the heart. We're really into it. We want to get out there with it. And that's where it's going.
About Shropshire together.
Brilliant. Well, I'll drop you a message on Instagram. We'll organise this in a pub somewhere, and we'll get some chats done. Brilliant.
Absolutely, sounds perfect.
Just the Shropshire Scratching Company on Instagram, right?
That's the one. Yeah.
That's the one.
Absolutely.
That's one.
Nice to meet you, gents.
Nice to meet you too.
I'm walking around the food festival, and I'm looking out for businesses that really stick out for me. One of them is this amazing company that I've got repurposed barrels, fridges and arcade games on the top. I think I've got the owner of the business here. He'll tell me all about it.
Yeah, you certainly am. So we manufacture these, been doing them for now 8 years. We're a local company, and basically we've just evolved and moved forward from here, really. We've started off with a 60 game model, then we've put a fridge in some, we've put a display cabinet in some, and then we've gone up to a 9,000 game model. So we've got everything that people can want for a man cave.
Do you know what really I've been doing this for a long time, and I've always got these romantic ideas of things I'd have in a podcast studio, but something like this with my logo on and you know what I mean?
Yeah, we can do all that.
That'd be amazing. Do you get lots of things like that then? Do you get lots of commissions?
Yeah, we've served anyone from Liverpool Football Club to American Express. We shipped worldwide with them. So yeah, we get a lot of commissions.
That's fantastic. And what started this? What made you think I'm going to turn up?
It's our son's idea, to be fair. He's the brains behind it. He came up with it 8 years ago, saw there's a market for it, and just went for it.
And we got the skateboards here as well.
They're a new addition, to be fair. Yeah, so we're sort of making them for some big names that are approaching at the moment.
This is amazing. So the creation station, and you guys are a Shrewsbury company.
You got it, a local company, so shop local.
Absolutely, and that's what I'm looking for today. I mean, I walked past and I was like, that's a Shrewsbury company. I'm really impressed.
Thank you.
I'll take your card.
Yeah, please do.
'Cause I think I'd love to understand more about this, because this is exactly in my ball game. Beer, cool logos, designs, and then video games. You can sit and have a beer, grab one out of the fridge, and carry on playing Pac-Man.
All in all, it's happy days.
What was your name again? Sorry,
Stan.
Yeah. Nice to meet you, Stan.
Nice to meet you.
And this is the Creation Station Limited. Thank you so much for chatting.
Cheers.
Okay, so that was the Saturday. We recorded over 2 days. Now let's move on to the Sunday, which was a quieter day. Like I said at the beginning, I was recording some stuff at the beginning of the day that we didn't need anymore. So I lost a lot of time interviewing people. But we managed to get a couple of interviews. So let's move on to Sunday. We're at Shrewsbury Food Festival, and I'm speaking. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Chris Carr. I'm the owner of Volvo Cars Shrewsbury.
Volvo Cars. I've seen Beth Heath driving around in a very flash-looking car.
Yeah, she's got an EX30, electric EX30. So Beth runs around the county in that for us.
With a cool little eyelashes on the lights. She makes it look good, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does. She makes it look very much Shropshire Festivals. Yeah, and in keeping with her brand. Yeah, definitely.
How important is an event like this for you guys?
Huge. We've been doing this is year 5 for us, and this is about, we don't come here to sell anything, we come here just for brand awareness and maybe just see some of our current customers, but it's good for us to keep a constant theme through the year of a brand we're a family business, so we're heavily engaged in the local community, and we just make sure that we're here and we've got a presence, and if we pick some customers up along the way and point them back to the showroom, then that's great.
It must be so easy to do that in a place like Shropshire, because it's not just Shrewsbury, there's Ludlow, there's Telford, there's all these amazing events for you guys. I mean, I know you guys Volvo Shrewsbury, but like, you can take this anywhere, couldn't you?
Yeah, well, we're lucky, aren't we? It's the biggest landlocked county, so we're the only Volvo dealership in Shropshire, so we cover that, and we try to get round it all. We don't always manage, and we try and support as much as we can. We do a lot with Beth and her team, so we'll do Oktoberfest and the BizFest, but we'll also do other things. We're heavily involved with Telford Tigers, all these bits and pieces. It's just about training to make sure that when people think of Volvo, they think of us. I know that sounds a little bit cheesy, but it's about, we're a family business, so we just want to look after people in Shropshire.
And I think you've got a really good image set up today, and I don't mean this in any negative way, but you guys are very casual, relaxed. You've got some great looking cars behind you. It doesn't look like you're trying to sell cars, and I think that might draw people to you more, like you said.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's an understated brand, because it's not, but we're not about that sort of hard sell. Never has been, never been our ethos in the business. You can come in, we're dog friendly, we're kid friendly, come and have a coffee with us, make your mind up, have a chat with the guys, and if at the end of it we sell you a car and you become part of our dealership group, then fantastic. That's all we ever look for, and it's worked for us. We're 7 years old, it's worked for us really well.
Brilliant. And what do you enjoy the most out of festivals like this, apart from the selling the cars, of course?
Well, it's like it's a food festival, isn't it? What's there not to like? You know, you've got everything you need, drinks, food, everything. But again, it's just being involved locally. We see a lot of familiar faces, and we have a catch up with those people. So for us, it's a weekend well spent.
Brilliant, and lots of networking opportunities as well, right?
Yeah, and again, over years you build that, and you get connected with other people, and hopefully some things come of it, and you'll go and we'll turn up for anything if we have to try and get our brand out there, but also if we can help as well with other people, that's what we'll do.
Brilliant. Are you encouraged by grassroots companies as well, seeing them grow, and you're surrounded by them today, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely. And we're one of those. You know, as much as we've got this big brand behind us, this big machine, we started from, I think we're the last motor trade company to start up in the UK from the ground up. So we're very proud of that, and that's the position we put ourselves in. So yeah, I think anybody that's starting up, whether they're selling jam, chocolate, cars, whatever it is, if they're here having a go, best of luck to them.
Hi, I'm Alex. I'm from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. Want to introduce yourself?
Yes, hi, my name is Georgie. I am from Different Dog.
Now, we're at Shrewsbury Food Festival, but food doesn't just mean for humans, right? It means for everybody, right?
Everybody, including our dogs. So that's what we do. We are called Different Dog for a reason. We do things differently, and we hand cook all of our dog food. It's 60% meat, the rest is fruit, vegetables, and superfoods. No nasties, no grains, nothing bad.
Where does this come from? Is this a new idea? Is this an original idea?
Well, cooking goes back a few hundred years ago, to be honest. A lot of people used to have farm dogs and they would give them scraps off the table. So the concept has been around for a long time, but it's really in the last decade or so that cooking has come back up in the dog food industry. We've been doing this for 7 years now. I think 8. But yeah, no, it's a lovely idea. I think having fresh, natural ingredients is really important because you are what you eat, and I think we do that really well. So British meat, first cut quality, and then human grade ingredients, all gently hand cooked and then delivered straight to your door.
I mean, pets have always been a close part of companionship for human beings, but I mean, over the last sort of 10 years, I feel like people seem to be caring more for their animals, right?
Yes, absolutely. We've seen a real change in people's behaviour, and I think everyone is looking at their dogs more like their kids nowadays, aren't they? Yeah. And I think people are now educating themselves on what is actually going into not only their food, but their dog's food, which we're loving, because I think educating people on their food is so important because, again, you are what you eat, so you want to have something that's good going in.
And we've heard these horror stories of people buying their dogs like cheap treats and then getting the mouths cut or digestive system mashed up and stuff, so it's good to look after that, isn't it?
Absolutely. And again, I think with all of our treats range, they're all healthy, natural treats, soft treats, and like minimal ingredients sometimes. That's the key as well. You don't want too many additives or weird things like that, so keeping it really natural is really important.
And is this Shropshire based?
It is, yeah. So we're literally moving sites as we speak. So we were in Shrewsbury itself for many, many years. And we've just grown so big that recently that we wanted to get some more space, so we've moved to Telford. So we're still local. It's
a great place of industry. I mean, Stafford Park, all these amazing business parks.
Yes.
There's so many spaces to grow, and that's really exciting to see that you guys have grown from. Because that's what I've been talking a lot about today. Is, you know, we've got some real grassroots companies down there, and we've got the monolithic big brands, you know, that have grown from similar backgrounds, right?
Absolutely. And we were a very, very small business. I joined the business, I think I was the 11th employee. So a long time ago. I was just shy of 6 years now, and that was back in the day where we had, you know, we packed 40 boxes and we were thrilled. And I know we're still as thrilled now, but we're sending thousands out the door each week.
And how far is your reach?
We are nationwide, so we deliver all across the UK mainland. We haven't got any further yet, but we will one day. It's just because it's a frozen product. We'd love to deliver it, you know, worldwide, but we can't do that just yet.
Well, I think you guys are great. I have been hearing about you, actually. I think Beth and the guys from Shropshire Festival have been talking about your event on the social media, and you guys got a talk on the demo stage, right?
Yeah, we did a live cooking demo on the stage yesterday. Alex is our founder, so she was doing the live cooking demo, but we've been doing live cooking demos here as well on stand, just to really demonstrate how we cook it, which is really by hand.
So if somebody's listening to this now, and they haven't used your product before, they don't know what it is and what they do, would you like to explain to the listeners what they would expect if they bought their first product?
Absolutely. So if you bought your first different dog box, all the food would come out to you frozen, but really what's in it, I'll go through that now. So every recipe is 60% meat, the rest is fruit, vegetables and superfoods. We hand cook it for you, and then we hand pack it into our little pots. We blast freeze those to keep all the goodness in, and we send it out to your door. What to expect in the first 10 days, you'd be transitioning anyway, so you'd be slowly introducing that to your dog's diet, and then over the next few weeks and hopefully months and maybe even years, you'd start to see some incredible health benefits, like a better coat, better skin, better everything, really.
And a dog who knows how to eat. So you couldn't give them that cheap stuff anyway, because they'd be like, no.
Exactly. And we feed so many fussy dogs, and again, that's something we're seeing at the moment. There's so much choice out there. I think a lot of people try and loads of different types of food, but in reality, I think once you find a good one that you're happy with the quality of it and it's within your budget, try and stick with it.
Amazing. And I haven't got a dog or a cat. I live in an upstairs apartment, so it's a bit difficult, right? But as a guy like in his 30s, I find myself getting drawn more to dog and cat videos and TikToks. Stuff like that. It's everywhere, right?
Yes.
So, like, is this a gap in the market for you to fill with that kind of content? I mean,
yeah, I think so, absolutely. So we try to get as much content as we can, and we obviously film dogs and things like that, but again, going back to the educational piece, I think is really important, because nowadays I think people want to know the source of their foods, the source of the ingredients, and truly what's going into stuff. So there's a lot, actually, while you are watching these videos of dogs and cats, that is actually educating you around that as well, which is really interesting. So
what's that Choco dog, the guy who puts the hands around the front of the dog and they eat the food?
Oh yes.
He's brilliant.
Yeah.
Like, see what I mean? Like, these things, it's like a dopamine hit.
Yes, yeah.
As you're going about your day. I love that sort of stuff.
Exactly.
I'm really excited about you guys. It's nice to meet you guys.
Lovely to meet you.
there are opportunities where we could collaborate in the future, definitely.
Yeah,
where we
perfect.
can come and see you guys in your new place, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I can bring some microphones, and we can have coffee and chat. That'd be
Amazing. Would love that. I am not in marketing. I'm a customer service manager, but actually coincidentally, but absolutely pop us a message, because what we'll do, we've got summer marketing here today anyway. But yeah, I think that's good. Because we love it. Like we are a local company. We're still a small company, really. So being able to do things with other local companies is really important as well.
So it's been here with all the other companies, networking opportunities been good for you?
Yeah, no, we've done it for years.
Yeah.
So, like, as an example, I'm pretty sure Seven Foods, the one that's just doing, actually, I was just having their hog roast there, they supply our meat.
Oh.
Yeah, so like we
all right, guys.
Like, yeah, literally, I was like, hey, it's me. But that's the thing, we will try and work as locally as we can as well, because it's important, isn't it?
Very important.
Yeah, so.
Brilliant, thank you so much
Thank
for
you so
chatting to me
much.
today.
No, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Right, let's test this out. Is it okay to speak to you today, sir?
Yes.
Darren, you alright?
I'm very good, mate. Yourself?
How has your weekend been?
Cray. It's been crazy.
Yesterday was insane, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's been hot, it's been sweaty, it's been incredibly busy, fun-filled frolics for all. Good stuff.
Did everything hold together at the bar?
Just about. Apart from my sanity, but you know, it's the usual thing on things like this. Yeah, no, I think everyone had a problem because it was just so hot. So a lot of brewers and guys who had beer, the coolers were overheating. But you know, we always like to love doing stuff in a clutch. So lots of bags of ice, lots of logistics, delivering it in, keeping it cool, so we can keep those cold beers going for all those wonderful punters yesterday.
And obviously it was a later evening yesterday. That go to plan, did it?
Yeah, it was nice. It went on. I think it was a good thing to open a little bit later. It was a great thing to do the concert for charity, and you know, we couldn't think of a better cause really, to be honest with you. And yeah, it's just a fantastic night all round, day and night.
We had to go early. This one, it was on Alderford Lake yesterday, jumping in off the wipeout thing they've got there. Is it Alderford or Aldershot? Alderford
Lake, yeah.
So we came back here hot, sticky. Like getting out of the sun. So we had to go early yesterday. So we had a great time. You're here on two fronts though. You're running a bar and you've got the Shrewsbury Gin over there.
Correct.
How's that done?
Yeah, good. It's been a good weekend. I mean, obviously the Shrewsbury Food Festival is our spiritual home, as you well know, and it's our 2-year anniversary
Official
for Shrewsbury Gin. At the festival. So we launched it 2 years ago. At the food festival.
How does something like that, like obviously your name was everywhere all over the festival last year. I remember it being on the back of the demo stage, it was everywhere. How did that have a great impact on you? Did it generate sales?
I mean it's great to get the name out there, you know, and we've been trying to do lots of different things with Shrewsbury Gin. We like to support good causes, we like to support things that add value to the town and the community. You know, we're a big supporter of things like the Sabrina boat, and we sponsor them. We've also sponsored obviously the food festival last year, a couple of other things like that. You know, we're heavily involved in those kind of projects. I mean, the reason we started the gym was to drive more people into the market hall in general, you know, and we want to drive that footfall and do something for someone for people to have to take home. You know, a little souvenir of Shrewsbury, and why shouldn't we have a gin? Like, you know, so you know, it took me 6 years to get there, but we finally got it, and now we're nearly 2 years in, pushing into 3 now. So
evolution.
It was an evolution
of gin,
and they continue to evolve. So yeah, so we've got a few interesting things in the pipeline, particularly around our original brand Gin Different, which is obviously it's Gin Different Shrewsbury Gin. So we're looking at doing some cool stuff with that, which watch this space. I don't want to talk too much about it yet because we've got a few collabs coming up. So
brilliant. The rain's just started to come out, which I didn't expect really.
No, and I might go stand in it.
It's been a sticky one, isn't it?
It's about 33 degrees on the ground.
Well, listen, thank you for being a patron of this.
Yeah, thanks.
Because what you do and what you guys bring, I mean, I know it's a business and stuff, but you guys show up every year and you do a great event. And it's not just that, you've evolved from the Gin Different bar that you used to bring to now the Shropshire. Like, you've done some amazing things. You've taken some gambles, and it's worked. It's not worked. It's worked. You're still here. You're doing it, and you're flexing.
And that's it. I mean, and you know, if you think about 8 years since we set up our little gin bar as a pop-up, that was only supposed to be there 3 months in the market hall, and now we've got Shrewsbury Gin. We do loads of bars and festivals, loads of different events. You know, and we're continuing to drive and do cool stuff in the Shrewsbury area, and you know, long may it continue for another 8 years. Especially considering what they've thrown at us in the last few, you know.
Wow, it's been a turbulent time, hasn't it?
Every business, So we'll get there.
Hopefully there's a bit of stability along the way, but with what's going on across the pond, maybe not.
Yeah, you know, it makes it over here look positively calm and sensible, doesn't it?
It really does, yeah. Well, brilliant. Nice chatting to you.
Good to see you, mate.
And I won't see you next year. We're going to do it sooner, right?
Yeah, nice one. Catch up soon.
Cheers. Well, we can't come to Shrewsbury Food Festival without speaking to Beth. All right.
All right.
How are you? Yesterday was insane, right?
Yeah, yesterday was a busy day. It was really good. The sun was shining. The people came out. They danced. They drank. They ate. Yeah, good day.
I had such a good day. I think it was probably the best food festival I've had here. Honestly, genuinely, I loved it so much. It was so busy. The weather was beautiful. It was all the interviews were flowing. Everything worked out. The food was amazing. So, thank you for the opportunity. Honestly, genuinely, I've been here a few times, and that was just the best, I think.
Well, what we're aiming for, Al, is to have your best every year.
Yes. I'm not saying that every year isn't good.
You can, because we're just going to build on it every year, surely.
I just think the way you've put it together this year just works so well. It seems more compact in the right way. You know, it seems like everybody's bunched together in a good way.
Yeah, courtyards are what make people go. So when you're planning an event, you try and make people stay in an area so there's atmosphere. And the big problem with running a festival is that you can't change it until the next year. So you have to write lots of notes and take lots of feedback and do what we do best and put it on again next year.
I think you knocked it out of the park this year. You do it every year. I mean, I always talk about how well you guys do at what you do. But this year, I think you've absolutely outdone yourselves. It's really good. I've spoken to well-established businesses, well-established chefs. I've spoken to brand new businesses like the Shropshire Scratching Company. 6 weeks
amazing. The sweet chilli pork scratchings, the best.
And then there's the creative station behind you that are making just incredible. I was like, oh my God, for a podcaster like me, that's all about his tech. Like those tables for me are perfect. Like you're bringing so much.
Yeah, I mean, all we do is put a platform there. I've got an amazing team who make an event happen, but the actual people who are the event are the producers and the visitors and the musicians and everything else. We're just a conduit to make the things come together. It is about the businesses that are here, because without them there isn't a festival. So having people buying and supporting, that's the bit that makes me happy. They're spending their money with local producers. The money stays within Shropshire. It employs local people. If people come and support things like this, it's about keeping that pound local, and we all benefit from that. And we're not as affected as everybody else is, perhaps, in our little bubble of Shropshire, and that's because we're really special and we keep things local and we keep things real. And it's been really nice to see lots of smiley faces. And watching the kids a minute ago, I was just laughing at some kids running through the sprinkle tent. It's warm. And that sprinkle tent has probably saved my sanity this weekend.
Yeah, I was walking past it. I was walking around it because of the microphone, but it was like, it was sticky, wasn't it? It was bad. In fact, we had to go. I couldn't stay for the concert at the end. I said I was going to, but Mr. over here was at Alderford Lake yesterday, and he came back just hot and sticky, and we were like, we need to get him out of here, so we couldn't stay.
Yeah, my 10-year-old is going to be that way, and it's going to be really pleasant tomorrow for school. But yeah, I mean, it's a family affair. It's amazing team, amazing volunteers, and amazing press guys that come in and chat to us. It's what makes the world go round. It is. Shropshire festivals are a tiny part of a massive thing, but yeah, we're just grateful for everybody and anybody who came out and supported it.
Brilliant. Listen, thank you for everything that you guys do. Great event this year. Always got your back, and I'll see you at the next one. All right?
Next one.
So there we have our coverage of Shrewsbury Food Festival. And I'm really sorry that it's late. Lots of stuff going on in my life at the moment, but don't worry about it. It's cool. I'm still recording, still making content. All it means is I've got a backlog of content to share with you guys. And over the next 4 days, I'm going to be sharing 3 podcasts on the 2nd of August, on the Saturday. After you listen to this one, I'm going to be sharing our coverage of the Shrewsbury Town Open Day. I'm a big town fan, and we were very lucky enough to set up a studio at Smithy's Bar, and we got to interview players and staff. We're going to share this as something to accompany the first game of the season, and so fans can listen to it before the first match. It's really cool. So make sure you listen to that one. And then on Monday, very important episode that I'm going to be sharing with you guys with Tristan Copeland. It's going to be about the About Gary documentary, which I think I'm going to be releasing a lot of content to lead up to it, to kind of explain what this is going to be about, but you do not want to miss that episode on Monday. I've also interviewed Chris Shirk of Shrewsbury From Where You Are Not. fame. If you know Chris, you know he's a rooftopper, urban explorer, but he does an amazing job with telling stories about these abandoned buildings in Shropshire and around the world. He's got a new book out, and he's going to talk to me about that. And we also have an amazing story. I want to start focusing on stories and experts on fields. People have got amazing life stories, and Sean Thomas is going to join me, or did join me on the podcast. She's got an amazing story too. She was UK renowned maths consultant for education, and she changed her life to become a Reiki healer, amongst other things. I kind of focused on the Reiki with that one. I don't know why, but she's just changed a massive U-turn in her life, and I think things like that are really interesting to talk about. But yeah, we've got some really great content for you, and I got stuff on the pipeline as well. So the Shrewsbury Biscuit is firing on all cylinders. I've just been holding on to this content selfishly, but I'm about to share it all with you. Thank you to everybody that spoke to me at Shrewsbury Food Festival. It was so lovely to be a part of that first day at the food festival. Was absolutely banging. It was awesome. The vibes were so good. The weather was amazing. The food was great. Like, I was so happy to be a part of that and to be able to interview anyone I wanted. I mean, I can't, there's no words to express my gratitude to the whole team at Shropshire Festivals for giving me the access that they do at the events that they do. They literally say you can go wherever you want, speak to whoever you want. They don't give me VIP wristbands or anything like that because people know who I am. You know, it's nice to be able to do that. I feel so privileged. And I feel bad for holding on to this content, but I feel like I've handled it with care. And I hope you enjoyed what you just listened to. So if this is your first time listening to the Shrewsbury Biscuit, make sure you give the show a follow. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, we're on Threads, we're on TikTok. And, you know, if you think someone would enjoy this episode, give it a share, please. I really do appreciate it. I really do. But thank you so much for tuning in. And I'll catch you on the next one. See you at on the first day of the season of Shrewsbury Town. Peace out, guys.